I haven't eaten all day. And I just broke my I didn't break it. Give me 1 second. Hold your mute. I can't talk and text at the same time. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. So, what does your self-love and your relationship means to you, right? So, it means for me, self-love really is not like this, like I said on my live, it's not like this fairy tale, this butterflies, like I just wake up this day and I love myself and it just keep going. No, self-love is on the journey of almost getting to the first high of loving yourself. Like, have you ever got to the moment where you was like really feeling down on yourself, or you was really going through something, you was feeling down, and then you came out of that? That is what it's like. It's almost like chasing that high to continue to keep feeling like that every day. Like, if I'm going to chase a high and if I'm going to be addicted to something, I'm going to be addicted to being happy. I'm going to be addicted to waking up every day with joy. I'm going to be addicted to choosing me. Like, if that's what's going to be like my daily journey, then that's, you know what I mean? I'd rather my daily journey, I'd rather be everything that I'm hustling for, anything that I'm hustling to, anything, you know, if I'm going to steal a TV, then I better be stealing it for me, you know what I mean? I better be stealing it for self-joy, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to be a crackhead, I better be a crackhead for love of self. So. My little barefoot wine. Honey. That's a little rich auntie drink. Keep it in your purse. So. Yes. Okay. Be safe. Y'all excuse my daddy. I don't think he realized I was on live. Was about to say that threw me off. Yes. Oh, that really threw me off. I got some. Give me 1 second. So hold your mule. Give me a pair of seconds so I can look at my. Oh, I'm so sorry for getting thrown off like that. I'm gonna look at my little notes real quick, right? Okay. First of all, I got thrown off what I was talking about, right? So self-love is just the journey of really finding yourself and asking yourself, like, what do I want and what do I need? You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Do we honestly know how we feel every time? Every time we feel something? Is it always anger? Is it always being upset? Is it always is it always feeling sad? Or are you really disappointed? Are you really disappointed in the situation? Are you really disappointed in yourself? You know what I mean? Sometimes we demonize people. We put people in places where they don't belong. Like, you're upset with yourself. You don't have to demonize the next person, even though you're upset with who you become or who you were even in that moment. Because a lot of times we're not who we were in that moment. We're just who, you know, we're not in that moment, in that split second. That's not who we actually are in that moment, if that makes sense. So, yeah, just being self-accountable. That is a big thing. Like, I don't know where people are getting this, like, self-love and self-journey. It's supposed to be just like chestnuts roasting by open fire. It's not. Like, it's really being accountable. Being accountable for your own actions. Like, looking at a situation. Like, I just had a situation where I had some friends that we're no longer friends. And I'm not sad about it. Because I can have my own accountability of what happened. I can have my own accountability. There's not, even when things happen by design, which I definitely think that did. That's why I'm not chasing anything. Excuse me. You can still look at your own purpose and your own, what you did in that situation to help that situation come about. You know what I mean? Like, even if it was done by design, it wouldn't have been able to happen the way it happened if you didn't take the actions that you took. You know what I mean? And even understanding that and coming to grips with that and accepting that's self-love, because you're understanding how you are, how you move, and that's how you learn lessons. Because a lot of times people are literally a blessing. I'm just just raising the vibrations and getting rid of the anxious energy. That's all, y'all. Yeah, a lot of times some people vibrate different. That too. Some people vibrate different. And when people are vibrating different, you take it as a hit against you. And it's not. It's nothing against you. It's just y'all vibrate on a different level. So y'all not meant for every ride. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't feel like I lose friends anymore, which has been a really hard road. I am really bad when it comes to relationships of any sort. I have to work with my communication, which is why I have on blue. It's turquoise. It's like a blue-green, but, blue. Plus, we're going to celebrate and meditate and bring that money to us. You know what I mean? So, let me start with that. If you want to start a journey of self-love, the best thing to do is to start with yourself. Look within yourself. Like, don't start looking at traumas. True. You know what I mean? If you are a person who are easily angered, Aries, fire signs, period. Okay. If you are easy to start, easy to anger, easy to upset, Cancers, if you're sensitive, very sensitive, you will want to look at yourself first. You will want to look not even what you could have done better or where you gone wrong in your trauma. It could be some of us are just traumatized with the fact that we didn't feel that we had an open space to speak up about certain things. And that could have been a trauma for you. So it's not that you need to go blame the people who made you feel stagnant or who made you put your voice down. It's kind of like you are realizing where you dropped your voice. And you're forgiving them for making you feel like that. But you also can forgive yourself for dropping your voice. Like, it's so many times, we all know the saying to be seen, not heard as children. I mean, I don't know, it's still a lot of people out here. Children should be seen, not heard in certain conversations. Like, if we're talking about adult stuff, they shouldn't even be there. That's one. That's just me. So they shouldn't even be in a seen and not heard situation because they shouldn't be there in the first place. You know what I mean? So, I apologize. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot of announcing, not to the world. You don't have to announce to the world. You don't have to announce to anybody. You know what I mean? You're just announcing to yourself and to the universe that I am but who I am. And I want to be better. I want to rise above where I've been. I want to be taller than I've been. I want to stand on the words that I've said for myself. Like, how many of us say, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to do this. My worth is more. I'm not going to work here anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to allow men or women to come into my life. I'm not going to allow friendships and family members. And then you sit there and you let your good girlfriend do it. Now, the people down the street can't do it. Now, you got yourself together with the people, regular people on the street. You don't know. You checking people at the door. Like, don't come at me like that. But it's the people that you do know that are you really close with. Have you checked them yet? Hello, sir. How are you? Have you checked them yet? Huh? Like, are you taking care of yourself? Are you saying out loud, because this is me included, I don't ever want to tell y'all this is not something that is not learned behavior that you have to rearrange. Are you sitting in a situation or a friendship with someone and you don't like it? Not you don't like them. Like, you like them, you love them, but you don't like how the friendship is going. You don't like how the relationship is going. You don't like how the fuckship is going. You don't like how everything is going. You don't feel good around that person. You don't feel good in that situation. And are we sitting here and just letting it happen, or are we opening our mouths? Because what is our time worth at this point? And I'm not saying if you're not an entrepreneur, you wouldn't get this. But as an entrepreneur, you look at time differently, because your time really is money. Like, for every hour you're not working, you're not gaining any money. For every hour you don't have any passive income, you don't have income coming in. So when you think of your time like that, and you make your time that precious, people playing with your time starts to become a problem as well. And it's not like you don't need to be just like, I don't like this, you got me fucked up. I don't beg. I don't repeat myself. And I don't act in illusions. These are my affirmations that I keep going with. So I'm not going to beg no one to stay. I'm not going to beg you to be my friend. I'm not going to beg you to be my man. I'm not going to beg you to be my cousin. I'm not going to beg you to be my daddy, my mama. I'm not going to beg you for nothing, because I've asked. In some type of way, if you've been around me, I've asked. Now, I have a hard time in asking, but I've asked. It's come up what I need. Anything. You've been aware of what I need. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to repeat myself, especially if I did open my mouth, because it does take me a little while. But once I'm fed up and I say, maybe I have to always tell myself, you can't just sit there and walk off if you never said nothing. I don't believe in that. So if I've said something more than once, I don't feel like I need to repeat myself. You know what type of friend, man, person in my life I expect you to be. And if that's not what you can do, it's not, you can't live up to it, you beneath me, nothing. I don't need to demonize you. You are not meant for me, and I'm not meant for you in any capacity, or whatever capacity I wanted you to be in my life. Because also, we can't feel bad when we don't want to be in someone's life at the capacity that they want to be in. It's okay. It's okay to say, I'm not interested in that person as much as they're interested in me. And you know why it's okay to say that? Because then you don't want someone leading you on. You could be really into someone and they not really be into you. And you would really rather them come and you be like, you know what? This is not for me. We're not equally yoked. I don't want to try this in any other way. Thank you. No, thank you. You would want someone to do that to you, so you have to have the common courtesy to do that for the next person. Now, when you said what you said was what you said. Well, baby, I said what I said. I asked you, so now I can't talk to you no more. Because you're not respecting my space. You're not respecting my time. Again, how do I feel when I'm around you? How do I feel when I'm around you? How do you make me feel? Do I feel safe? Do I feel comfortable? Because I'm already safe and protected. And we also have to work with that. Because also projections, the things that we want to feel around some people are projections a lot of times. So if my trauma is, I don't always feel safe. I don't always feel protected. I don't like cats because they're too sporadic for me. I feel like cats, you don't know what their next move gonna be. They're gonna do this. And I don't like that about life. Life, when it moves in a way that I'm not prepared, or I can't move, or I'm doing one of these, then I'm concerned. That gives me anxiety. I get panic attacks, all kind of stuff like that. So with me knowing that, though, I have to work with myself. I have to go back and figure out what were my traumas that made me feel unsafe. I have to go back and figure out what my traumas were that made me feel less protected. And then work through that, grow through that, and let it go. Love it, and send it about its way. Thank you for what you brought me and taught me, but now I can leave in peace. Because now I know where I got this from. So now I know I'm safe. Baby, y'all know, if y'all watching me and y'all follow me, baby, I know I don't walk alone because I have my ancestors that walks with me, my spiritual guides that always guiding me. I'm not by myself. I'm always protected. Baby, my grandmama ain't letting you do not a thing to this spirit, this soul, and this body, and this skin suit. So with knowing that, you walk different. You talk different. You understand different. You ain't got to check people all the time. And you know why you don't have to check people all the time? Baby, they gonna get checked by life, by your ancestors, by their own. I ain't gotta check you though. Cause who gonna check me, boo? Nobody. So I ain't gotta check you. You know what I mean? Having nobody should ever place themselves in situations where their safety is questionable. That's true. Now, I didn't say that. I didn't say walk with your head up high, know that you safe, and you put yourself where you gotta question if you're safe. Like, if you got to walk down the street and say the Lord's Prayer, that may not have been the best decision. Now, you should trust that you protected, but use good wisdom and discernment, you know. But I don't have to worry about, oh, what if they say, or what if I, baby, let me tell you something. Everything that's for me is for me. I can't say nothing wrong to the wrong person. And I can now. Don't get me wrong. I'll say it like this. You definitely should watch what you say to people. But you'll sit there and get an opportunity that is wrapped up in what looks like is for you and your opportunity, right? And it'll get snatched because you needed to learn a valuable lesson before you got what was for you. So what's for you is for you. You won't lose or miss anything. But you definitely should watch always how you move, how you talk. If that makes sense. I mean, in the physical and mental sense. Yeah. Yeah. You right now. You said a word. He said, I mean, in the physical and mental sense, you should never ever place yourself in a situation where your safety is questionable. And that's true. I mean, just like I was saying the other day about being around men who show you who they are, show you what they're about, show you what they represent, and then you allow them to hurt you. Like, they still wrong. Because somebody got mad at me when I said they weren't wrong. They still wrong. Because men are not slow, and they know when they leading somebody up. In their mind, they'll tell themselves, well, she see what I'm doing. I'm telling her, ooh. But you know when somebody ain't listening. You know what I mean? But then again, why ain't you listening? Double-edged sword. Got to protect your mental more than most people do whenever having a conversation with people. That's true. Because people are looking down on them when you say mental intelligence. Mental intelligence is a thing, and mental intelligence also will help you have effective communication. People always think I be talking shit when I say effective communication, but effective communication will help you stay out of bullshit because you know exactly what the hell you said. Can't nobody ever put words in your mouth because you have effectively communicated what you said. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to say people are going to always take what you say the right way. Because also when you effectively communicate, sometimes you sound a little more smarter than most. So some people might feel like you're talking down to them. Or they might feel like people are used to me. I found out I have a Sagittarius moon. So this Virgo be really quick to just be like, girl, she ain't talking to me. I'm the baddest bitch on the planet. Who could she possibly be talking to? Because it's not me. But then that Sagittarius moon be like, she talking to you, she tries you, and let's go let her know. Like, let's go let her know she got us fucked up, sis. You know, and then I'm always in that battle, you know. But it's not that real. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. When you know you're safe and protected, when I made the understanding and the knowing that I had such a spiritual team that just was wrapped around me, and had me so protected, what am I bugging up with anybody for, first of all? Because if my spiritual team is that thick, y'all ain't gonna penetrate nothing, and they about to bug up on you. I ain't gonna have to do nothing. So when you get knocked across your head by powers that may be, when the air's beating your ass, okay? They got nothing to do with me. When life is beating your ass, whooping your ass, and you don't know what the fuck is going on, that has nothing to do with me, babe, because I was minding my business. I promise you, the best thing you could ever do in life is to learn to mind your business. Like, y'all say it's easy. I said, man, no, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how we think we minding our business, but we not. Just because you sit in the house, I mean, you don't mind your business because you're scrolling through and everybody telling their business on Facebook. And some of us only tell what we want other people to know. Other people tell all their business in a different way where they think we don't understand, but we know all your business. You see what I'm saying? So, gossip. That's like talking to gossip. Like the gossip girl in the church, in the school, at your job. You go on Facebook, you're talking to gossip girl. Right? So, I try to definitely do Facebook fast, and I feel like Lord keep kicking me out, putting me in Facebook jail, so I fast even more. But, what are we intaking in our bodies and in our minds, and what are we accepting as our truth? You know what I mean? Like, people are telling us their business every day, but we minding our business. You know what I mean? Like, just because you mind your business don't mean people ain't talking to you and infiltrating you with their thoughts, their mindsets, you know what I mean? Like, we are stronger as we are more self-aware. We are stronger to realize that that's not our thought process. That's someone else's we've adopted. But if you're not aware, if you don't know how you feel and how you think about everything, then what's to tell you that when you watch a video that sounds right, that makes sense, Derek Jackson, it don't make sense to you? Yeah, that's how a man's supposed to be. Yeah, that's blah, 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 blah. Yeah, baby, I am one who definitely was like, Derek Jackson got the move. He got it. I mean, sometimes I was just like, nah, sir, you sound like you do it too, and now you just throwing fellas under the bus. But I'm gonna ride with you. But like when he first really came out, I was really just like, Derek Jackson is the wave. Okay, he's gonna get these men under control. But that's because when you're so desperate, you know what I mean? You thought you done found some. That's women who enjoyed Derek Jackson enjoyed him out of desperation for a man who is gonna do right and act right. That's all that is. Because I don't believe you should never. I hang out with men all the time, and I take women. Don't get me wrong. I take women advice, but I love getting men advice about women. I mean, about on men, because men, shit, my man finna give me advice about my female relationships, and I soar very well. Okay, I truly do believe that a man definitely can always give you a male perspective, but if you get a man bashing male, that's not for you. And if he can't break down exactly to the T, like, have you ever noticed that Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey say, well, if a man really loved you, he'll do this, woo woo. Not, well, a man comes from a hurt place, he'll do this and he'll do that. So that's how the men in my life talk to me. Well, this is learned behavior. We already have been seeing this, so this is just kind of like, it's not against y'all, it's just this is what we know. How many times you hear Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey say that? See, and part of your relationship with yourself is also the information that you intake. And we intake a lot of social media information. A lot of us get our news from social media. I don't like the news. It's very depressing. They always want to tell us about what our neighborhoods ain't doing when I know and I see everything we're doing on my page. I don't know about everybody else's, but I follow different people. I have my algorithm a little bit different. I see a little more positivity in my neighborhoods than everybody else do, I guess. But yeah, like when somebody gets shot on live, I never see it. It never comes on my timeline, none of that. Like, I will in my life the reality that I want. And everybody know because I talk shit enough about it. Everybody know I know that people out here getting killed, rape, stab, everything. I know that is an understanding of what's going on, but my reality is we moving past that. My reality is that's why I don't know anything that's going on, because I don't go look for that. I know that that's happening. I don't need to know every time it happens. You know why? Because if you're a person who just wants to heal and help everybody, like me, if you're an empath, if you can feel hurt, you can feel pain, you want to give healing out to everybody, and when you can't heal everybody, that diminishes you as a person, because then you feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing something right. You can't heal this whole world. We're not supposed to do that one person at a time, but one person was not sent here to save the whole world and everybody. That's just not everybody's ministry. That's just not everybody's job. So when you sit there and you look through social media and you're looking at all the stuff that you can't do, if you look at all the stuff and you're not at the understanding of my job is my job and what I'm supposed to do is what I'm supposed to do. Because this time in the pandemic last year, I was really angst. It's people, they killing our kids in the street. They killing us in the street, and they making us out as examples. And it's almost like I feel like our people are really coming up and revolutionizing, but they mad. So they fucking with us. So they gonna keep doing last ditch effort shit to do. And I can't get out there to help nobody, because one thing I know, I don't know if I'm built for no war. If I ain't built for no war. You know what I mean? Like if y'all want to train me for the war. But back in the day, you know, when it was hand-on-hand combat and we was cutting people. But y'all got guns. And I get high now. Sis ain't trying to be out here fighting. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what can I do? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the person. You hit me with tear gas, y'all gonna shoot me, because I'm bugging up. My anger supersedes logic sometimes. So when my anger supersedes logic, and I guarantee you, you tear gas me, hit me in the face with a bean bag, anything, I'm gonna spaz the fuck out. I need to make it home. And because I know myself, that's not making an excuse. That's not knowing. That's me knowing who I am as a person. And accepting that I'm going to act a fucking fool if I go out there in them streets. And that is not the goal. We are trying to show them that we are not our ancestors. We are our ancestors' children. But we are not these elders that walk these streets. We will bug the fuck up and burn these fucking houses down. So, because that's not where I'm needed, I'm needed somewhere else. Okay? That's not for me. And I have to accept that for myself and move in my purpose. I start having all these dreams, and it's so weird. I don't know if it's because, like, we kept saying we were at war, but I would have dreams about being at war and, like, running up to people and, like, giving them, like, the water from Waterboy, and then, like, they would just, like, get up and be healed, and then keep doing other stuff, and then I'm giving them, like, little herbs, I'm putting, like, little patches on people, and this was the whole dream. The entire dream. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm supposed to sit here and do something totally different, if God is telling me you're supposed to heal my people, you're not supposed to be out here helping them get shot up, you know, then that's what I'm going to do, you know what I mean? It's like if I'm the one who's supposed to be out there, they tear gassing everybody, and I'm out there, I'm supposed to be out there with the water, and I'm supposed to be flushing people's eyes and all that, then that's what I'm supposed to be doing, because what did they do in the military? They protect the medical staff. Because if there's no medical team and no medical staff, y'all dead. Y'all gone. Y'all might have could have made it home, but y'all to protect the medical staff, so now everybody get the fuck up out of here. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's purpose is going to look different, and even when it looks the same, no, you got to get them Space Jam water. Listen, that Space Jam water will get you right. I'm just saying, listen. If my journey looks different than it did before, then my journey is going to look different than it did before. But you know why? Because I was moving and grooving in a different space. My vibration was different. I wasn't at my higher ascended self. You see what I'm saying? Like, like Valentine's Day this year felt different because, one, I'm like real life single. I was talking to a couple people, but did nobody hit me up. Oh, wasn't nobody trying to plan no date, see me, get no hotel, nothing. And I had attitude like, Now, if sis had money, I would have had my own room and niggas would have been trying to slide in my shit. Now, ain't that something? Bet, don't worry about it. My friend came over. We had a movie night. I wore pink and everybody, I'm sorry, y'all. This is an eyelash. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to see what was going on. Yeah, my friend brought some weed over, baby. We rolled up. I made some mojitos with the wrong rum. It was dark rum mojito, but it was still a mojito, and it was fire. So I made that. I had a, oh my god, y'all, I'm losing my eyelashes. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. I made tacos. I had taco night. I made tacos. I made tostadas. And I was just really enjoying my life and living, like, doing me. It was me and my daddy and my good friend. My friend, my friend Aaron. Sorry, I was about to say my friend Arnold. That's my other friend. That's my other homie. But my homie, shout out to Aaron. That's my nigga. Okay, he came over here, showed up, and showed the fuck out. All right? Showed up with a movie. Showed up with some marijuana. And we had us a good old night. See, that's what I mean. Like, you be a good friend to me, I'm be a good friend to you. He showed up with him, the movie, with him, the fire stick, and the weed. All right? And I showed out with me. That whole taco spread y'all saw, it was just me, him, and my daddy. Me, him, the whole taco spread, and good old alcohol, baby. Listen, I'ma meet you. If you bring the weed, I bring the liquor. I got some food. I got some wraps. I got some weed. You got some liquor. You got some, you know what I mean? Like, I'm one of that person. I'm one of them friends. I don't want you to keep giving to me and I don't give to you. Because then again, that's me. Not everybody feels like this, but if you're a giver, if you're just a natural born giver, and I truly am, and I can accept that for myself, it'll make me feel bad. I start thinking about, well, why can't I give, or why can't I be the friend? Why am I the beginning and not the, and actually the tail? Why am I the lender and not the goddamn, why am I the borrower and not the goddamn lender? You know what I mean? Like, it makes you feel bad, because I have friends now that, they ask me, where you at, and I tell them, like, it doesn't, but I also am honest. It doesn't make me feel good to come out knowing that if something happened or you was like, girl, fuck you, or we got into it, whatever, I can't get home. Like, if you bug up or something happen, anything happen, I can't pay for our dinner. I can't pay for my portion. I don't like that. To me, that doesn't make me feel safe. That doesn't make me feel protected. And I know that if you are my friend and we're that close, I should be able to feel safe in that. But then that's also me working with me and understanding that if I'm around you and if I'm that close with you and you're willing, that I should be able to trust you at your word. You know what I mean? That's also letting go of past hurts and past traumas. Like, I just got a reading with my good girl Fallon earlier today, and sis told me, like, you gotta let go, sis. You gotta let all the past hurt wash over you. Like, let the water just wash over you and let it go. Because that past hurt, that past trauma ain't gonna work with where you going. And if you hold on to that, you're gonna stay where you at. Oh, okay. That's all you had to tell me. I don't need it no more. If you hurt my feelings in the past, I forgive you and we can keep on going. Either I'm a healing from you or I'm not. And you have that right as well. We don't have to heal in front of people. Our family, our parents, anything. If you hurt me and you gave me some type of trauma, if you gave me something that stuck with me from like 5, 10, 15, I'm 31 years old, that's trauma. So if I feel that I've been traumatized, I need to work through that. Not work over it, not work around it, work through it and figure out what the trauma is. That's all. Just like I said, we all grew up with the same trauma. It just, we all different. We all used it differently. Some of us who was told to shut up and look pretty as children have grown up. And when it was time to speak up, we have shut up and looked pretty. When some of us have been told that we are a revolutionary in a negative way, and that we need to talk less, and we need to do this less and do that less, as a young person, you grow up and you feel like you shouldn't speak, or I don't want to start nothing, or then you get taught to not be the angry black woman. I don't want to do that, and then you grow. That's a trauma. But then I had to realize that I'm an adult now, and I have the right to speak my piece. So I don't give a fuck that my parents and the family and my elders told me to shut up when I was younger. Oh well. Because I'm grown now and I have that right. And I will always speak in a respectful way, but you won't talk to me any kind of way, and I'll let you know that in the most respectfully, but I'll let you know. We are not our elders. We are a different generation. I will respect my elders at every turn. But it's not up to me. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me who did it to you. You lived your life. You went through your life. That was your life. You did not ever earn the right to disrespect me. Ever. Because you lived your life. And you went through your life. Just like I will never earn the right to disrespect you or anyone under me. Because I lived my life. They had nothing to do with that life. So there is no reason you should ever be disrespecting anybody, age, race, sexual orientation, or anything. It doesn't make sense. You have no reason to disrespect anybody. You know what I mean? So again, that's asking yourself, do I do that? Do any of us who can still complain about our parents and how our parents act and how our parents treat us, has anyone ever looked into themselves and asked themselves, do I do that? Like, I feel like sometimes my mother thinks herself into a tizzy. She thinks about when this person did this and then this person did this, and she think about you did this time and you did this at this time and you did this at this time, and you come up here with a smile on her face and she's just like, I hate you. I feel like I definitely do that. I have to catch myself and not even say, oh, am I being like my mom? Catch myself and say, am I doing something that I don't enjoy? Am I being away with somebody that I never really enjoyed? You know what I mean? Like, it's a way to really go into yourself and figure out what to do with yourself. You know, I still have troubles with speaking because my biggest, oh wow, this is easy. This is amazing to say. My biggest self-esteem issue was, you don't understand how good this feels to say this, was that how much I talked. Y'all, I have really had to work with that. Because I've been told my whole life that I've talked too much. I say the wrong thing. I don't read the crowd. I don't think about nobody else. I just say whatever I want. And it has made me retreat and retract in a way to where I don't speak up. Well, I haven't been speaking up for myself. In ways where I instantly tell myself this will be dramatic if I say this. If I say that I'm going to say the wrong thing, somebody not going to like that, it's going to start a fight. Instead of just saying, I deserve to speak my piece. They were wrong. And I've earned the right to say what I say. Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? And it's okay, y'all. Like, it's okay to go through it. It's okay to go through the blues. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay for it not to be a good day today. I remember my ex asked me, well, what happened? Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Like, why are you feeling down? Today just wasn't a good day. Emotionally, it just wasn't a good day. Like, I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin, in my own life, in my own mind. Like, today just wasn't a good day. And it's okay to have days like that. What's not okay is to willingly stay like that. Is to jump over that. Because you're just going to get back. So, why wasn't I having a good day that day? Because for some reason, I just wanted to fit in and belong at my job so bad. Because when I was younger, I wasn't like the other kids. I was different. Boys got along with me and thought I was cute. girls didn't like that. I got along with boys. Like, the boys literally thought I was cool. Like, actually thought I was a cool girl. Like, they wanted to hang out with me and not just, like, rub on the girls. Like, they didn't like that. Like, I've been scared to be who I just am almost my whole life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's okay. Because once you realize that who you are, God made you exactly the way he made you. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to continue to ascend and keep going to my higher self and I'm still going to be me, then I couldn't have been made wrong. It couldn't be my personality is wrong. I'm not saying that I haven't had blemishes on my personality and haven't had to overcome a lot of things. And I've spoken out of turn a lot, and to me things, and I've had my sister do this to me, and I've never really come to understanding or grips that I do this to other people. But there's some things that I just don't feel like you should be embarrassed over, or you should care about, or you should care if anybody's talking about, and I talk about that. You know what I mean? And to correct that behavior. I don't like people talking about my business. I don't like people talking about me and all that stuff. So it's definitely things that we overcome. But I have, and I understand it, and I realize, and I understand that when times it would get too quiet, then I start talking about anything I could pull out of my head. I'll just start talking. You can accept the silence. And I can accept the silence, and it's okay. It's okay to be silent. It's okay to be quiet. It's okay to just be. Even with people. Like, I used to think I was so boring if I started being quiet. Like, I don't have to put on a show. And if I have to put on a show to be in someone's presence, then am I really being in the right person's presence? You know what I mean? Like, I can love myself enough to accept myself for who I am. And because I accept myself for who I am and who I'm coming to be, it doesn't matter who accepts me, and it doesn't matter who loves me and who doesn't love me. And that's a really great place to be, because I love myself so much. And I feel the love from my ancestors and the love from my family so much that that's enough for me. So then when a man comes into my presence, if he leaves, it's okay. If he tries to play with me, it's okay. I ain't got to chase you. Because I'm already loved, and I don't have to chase after love that you probably wasn't going to give in the first place. I mean, I don't have to accept being loved wrong just for the presence. I don't have to accept not being treated the way I want to be treated just for the presence of somebody else. I can cuddle with myself. And I love cuddling. Like, I love cuddling. Like, it makes me feel just like, oh, like home. Like, I'll cuddle with my friends. I have no problem. Like, female friends, I will cuddle, get a blanket, and cuddle and snuggle up under you so quick. No problem. Okay? But I know that having that feeling with myself is okay. Feeling down about how much I spoke or what I spoke about, stuff like that, that's okay. That's okay. Because now I know that when I speak on good things. I know that when I joke. It's a joke. It's not an underseated, little deep-seated. It's a joke. It's a joke, and I don't care. It's not that real. Okay? So, yeah. And I just think, I think I'm going to do like a little snippet video of when I did my self-love spell. This is a pink candle. And I got a scented one this time. It's Peach and Mango. Smells so good. Okay. So, I did a love spell, self-love spell, because pink candles are good for romance, love, self-love, friendships. I think that's it. It's a couple other ones. But I definitely sit and do meditations with pink candles while listening to meditations, and I meditate with the white candle to represent for my ancestors, and to help build with confidence, because to be honest, if you ask them, they will help. If you ask them for help, they'll help you. If you say, I'm tired of living like this, I'm tired of feeling like this, I'm tired of, you know what I mean? And also, I did therapy. I don't never want to neglect the fact that I did therapy. I had an amazing therapist. Her name was Rachel Stewart. Forgive me, I do not remember her married name. She's a peer, but baby, when I tell you, she wise beyond her years. And she has helped me realize, if nothing else, that this organization throws me to a tailspin that mentally makes me feel unworthy to get things done. Like, I get overwhelmed and I feel like I'm unworthy. Like, I don't clean my room, I let stuff get around, I don't organize the living room back up, I don't clean the dishes, and then I diminish myself. I'm dirty, I don't take care of myself, and I don't do right. I don't love myself enough. Why don't I get on myself? And why do all these things culminate. And then I'm overwhelmed by my own hate for myself. You know what I mean? But I can accept that I just didn't get done today. You know what I mean? You have to learn grace for yourself. And that's the only way you're going to be able to grow, because it's going to be a lot of things you're going to go back and really see that you were the aggressor. You were the problem. You were the sabotager of that relationship. You were lashing out. You were actually the problem. And then you need to be able to say, okay, I didn't need to do that, and move out of that space and not diminish yourself and not talk bad about yourself and not say, you should have done this better. You could have done this better. You could have had this life if you, okay, well, you didn't. But that means you're supposed to do that. It was all by design. You were supposed to do that so you could take that route, so you can learn that, so then you could do this with that information. That's all. I've learned a lot of information. So that's why I'm here with y'all talking about it with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that God put me through or allowed me, and I allowed myself, because free will puts you in a lot of shit. Because a lot of things that we could have been out of, but our free will kept us there. That's another subject. But, yeah. Like, love yourself through what you're going through. Give yourself grace. Okay, I feel like I was the victim in this situation, and I realized I'm not technically the victim, but I'm not technically that clean of the situation, but I'm also not a victim. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had a part to play in the problem, so I'm not a victim. Though they might have been wrong, I probably aided in the process. And when I can accept that for myself, that's fine. Any friend could go, any family member, anybody. Because if they're for you, right? Always remember, if that friendship is for you, they'll come back. They're just not made for this season. And they got their own season to go through. And you can't mix energies. If that person is not meant to go with you, you will not go until they go. Already, I feel lighter. I feel different. I feel better about myself. I don't diminish myself at the thoughts of what my friends would think of me. If you are at the point where the people around you and your thoughts of what you think, oh my God, this person said this to me, and it sounds crazy when it comes out until you think about it. We're not being our truest selves. We're not being who we think we are. Because we're not even being who we think the next person is. No, we're not being who the next person think we are. We're being what we think and perceive that next person is thinking about us. So we're not even being ourselves. We're not even trying to achieve at being ourselves. Because we are assuming someone thinks something about us, and that's who we are. We're not even what the person actually think we are. Okay? Somebody might think you're an upstanding woman, but they think you're a hoe, so I'm going to just be I am, be out in. How, sis? How? No, be who you want to be. If you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. But if that wasn't your ministry, then don't do that to yourself. We have that really bad where, as a human race, where we approve someone, we can get to such a low mental, because that's a low mental state, to diminish yourself because someone else is diminishing you. I'm not going to keep being someone lower than who I know I am because you think I am. Well, they think we trash anyway, so we could just trash the... No. I know I'm not trash, so I don't have to do anything that's trashy. I know I'm a queen, so I know I move in my queen way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just always know. It's okay. And you're safe and you're protected. And by any means, whatever that means for you. It's okay, whatever that means for you. If at this point right now you're just feeling so low that you don't realize that you can go up, it's okay. You know why it's okay? Because you will go up. If you're so far down that you don't remember the time that you were down and you got back up, it's okay. Because you'll remember in a minute. If you're going through something and you just don't see a way out, it's okay. Because you're going to get out. Like, it's always going to be okay. You're in debt. It's okay. I promise you it's okay, because then you're going to find a way about that debt. It's ways, sis. It's ways, brother. It's ways to get back up out that debt. You can always be debt free. That's one. Always trust God. Always trust your ancestors. Always ask for the right directions. And they will show you the way to go. And it may take longer than what you expect. It may take longer than what you feel you need. I guarantee you everything always comes to you on time and direct. It comes fully clothed. You don't have to worry. Or I've been in this pandemic half time I'm working. Sometimes I got a job and sometimes I don't. But I work for myself. And sometimes I have a steady clientele and sometimes I don't. But God told me this time last year, do what I tell you to do and do the walk that I tell you to walk, and I have you already. When you are done with the end, not the end of this race, but when you are done with the walk that you're going on, I will be there with your grand prize. And that's all I'm doing. I'm doing exactly what I'm told to do. God said, get on here and tell everybody what I've been doing. Tell people how I've been loving on myself and take care of myself and show how I've been growing. Then that's what I'm going to do, because he's told me that if I prepare myself for his bounty, God told me that if I get myself together this way, he told me if I do this work, not that work. He said, if I do this work, if I go within internally and I cleaned up all that stuff that I don't need no more, if I get rid of all that stuff I don't need no more, he will bless me beyond I can think of. Baby, I ain't got to have no, you ain't got to give me a reading. You ain't got to do nothing. Because God told me, to me, what I had to do to be blessed. You think I'm not going to do it? Like, my rent taken care of. My bills taken care of. My phone has been on this whole time. God is good, and I'm going to keep walking that walk. Like, I'm not saying, listen, God didn't tell me to tell y'all to quit. Like, you know what I mean? Let's not do that. I'm showing examples of how my life is moving. So don't sit here and be like, you saw that video and, God spoke through me and told. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Because I ain't never just quit. I'm saying that God told me when to move. So if God told me to quit a job, I did. If God told me you don't fit here, I did. It's been some scary times that I have. But I have. But I've always been taken care of every time it happened. It's been stressful. I've been looking. I've had to correct my energy and transmute it. Well, what if I get kicked? What if I don't get kicked out? What if God bless me with millions of dollars out of nowhere? It happens. Unexpected money comes every day to me. That's the affirmation I say every day. And it do. You know what I mean? I expect unexpected money's coming to my bank account every day. And it do. I've had settlements for lawsuits that I've never been a part of that I didn't know I was in. I've had returns for shit I ain't never bought. Checks in mails for no reason. You know why? Because I serve a God that I trust. You hear me? I've been blessed so much just since this month has started. And y'all, what's today? The 5th? The 5th. Baby, 5 days into this month. And I feel so blessed. You hear me? Blessed. Blessed. Listen to me. What God does for one, he has to do for another. So if I feel this good and feel blessed, and I'm living in the same place doing the same shit, he can do it for you. I know without anything tangible that my good is coming. My good is on its way. It's already here. And I thank God for it every day because I'm immensely grateful. And even if it came in another year, I know it's on its way because I can taste it. I can feel it. It's in my spirit. I know it's not going to come in another year. It'll be here within this year because I feel it. But even if it didn't, let me tell you how it's all right. It's okay. God has got me anyway. Because God told me. And I'm going to stand firm on what God told me. Now, if you believe in God, that's up to you. Whoever talked to you, whatever you believe in. But I know my God told me that if I continue to walk, my ancestors and my spiritual team will always be there with me. My ancestors told me, as long as I remember that they are there, that they will always remember that I'm here. And I've been doing a lot of that. I welcome them on in the room. I talk with them. I sup with them. I drink tea with them. I drank alcohols with them. They got their own bottle. Let me tell you how my ancestors got their own bottle of wine, baby. Me and my ancestors, we get down. Honey, I don't play around. I give offerings all the time. My altars always have water on them. Now, you can believe what you want. But that's definitely a way, definitely a big way that I've been healing myself. I've definitely surrendered to God and let him take everything. Them traumas happened to me, right? But they're not for me. They happen to me. And it's time for me to let that go. Time for me to let it go, sis. That trauma happened then and I'm here now. And I'm still here. So it's time for me to go away from the trauma. It's time for me to be me and do what I gotta do. And 8:30 on the dot. All right, yeah, I was trying to give y'all a solid out. So, to recap, because I kind of feel like I was all over the place. A self-love journey. It doesn't take much to start. You ain't got to get candles. You ain't got to get spiritual baths. And you ain't got to get all this extra stuff. No, you don't have to do all that, sis. I promise you, you don't. You don't. But what I will say is this. You owe it to yourself to start wherever you are. You owe it to yourself to love yourself through having a full relationship with yourself. You are worthy of your relationship with yourself being the most nurtured, the most loving relationship you have. You are worthy of good relationships and good connections and positive connections. You are worthy of love. Pure, unadulterated love. You are worthy of acceptance. And be accepted. Accept yourself. Because I guarantee you, my biggest problem was I couldn't accept myself. And now that I accept myself, I don't care who don't. I accept me. I'm good enough for me. You see what I'm saying? So no matter who don't like me, don't want to be around me, who don't enjoy me, it doesn't matter. I enjoy me. And that's what you will learn. And these are all learned behaviors, because the thoughts that we have, the diminishing thoughts, the negativity, the negative ways, the negative speak about ourselves and others, which is projections. We all learn those behaviors, no matter where we learn them from, no matter if we just develop them. Those are all learned behaviors. So you will take time. Like, you're going to do these meditations. You're going to do the rituals, and you're going to do the affirmations, and you're going to feel like nothing is changing. And then one day you're just going to wake up and just feel new. One day you're going to be in a situation and not give a fuck. One day you're going to just say, I don't have time for that. Oh, hell no. No. One day you're going to be embarrassed by drama. You hear me? And your involvement in it. One day you'll get there. And you're just going to... You hear what I'm saying? Because the truest thing that you could ever do you want to be better? Do you feel like you need to be better? Because if you feel like you're doing everything right, then you're not going to grow. Because you feel like you're doing everything right. Can you go and dig truly deep? Because everyone is so afraid of themselves. Can you go and sit by yourself quietly? Go within and really listen. Can you dig through all that shit in your body, in your mind, and really cipher the positive thoughts from the negative thoughts, from the trauma thoughts? Can you literally catch yourself when you are in the middle of talking your friends down and call yourself and say, I'm judging them and I'm self-projecting? Can you get to that point? And if you can say yes, then you can get on a self-love journey. But I guarantee you that the relationship you're going to spend the most time on, and that's going to be the most important, that you're going to drill into yourself, is the one with self. Because once you have your relationship with self on a solid foundation, because it's never finished, but once it's on a solid foundation, you are able to climb and create and connect and effectively communicate with others. But not until you get yourself with yourself. Oneness, wholeness with yourself. Accept who you are. Accept everyone else for who they are. Because once you accept who you are, you're not judging yourself, and you don't judge others. It's very easy to project. And it's very easy to project without realizing you're projecting. Like, I feel like all my skinny friends should get thick. Thick. But you know why? Because being skinny has scared me my whole life. You know how much they talk about skinny people in my family? Still to this day. They was, sis, you need to be slapped with a burger. But then on the flip side, all the men are pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, honey. Well, no, because they still, you know, a man can't do nothing with a bone, but you want it, okay? But that's what I grew up with. And you would think, as a skinnier person, a smaller frame, I could never have trauma. Yes, being skinny has trauma. It has trauma for me. Because I feel like you look healthier, you look better, ain't nobody gonna talk about you. That's what's ingrained in me. That's learned behavior that I have to work with myself. I have to just tell my best friend, I like you better. I think you look snatched, sis. You look good. Okay? But I understand that it's a look when you look in the mirror that you like aesthetically about yourself. And I have to accept that for you. Because I can't continue to project on her, and then she's sitting here thinking that something's wrong with her, because why can't she see the beauty that I see in her? When that's not the case. It's what she would like to see and what makes her feel good. It's not what she's seeing right now. And I have to respect that, and I have to accept that. Just like I don't have the entire frame that I would like. But I love myself, and I love this body. And when I had the body that I didn't like before, I still love that body. And I still accepted that. Because once you accept it, don't manifest from a place of lack. Don't release from a place of lack. Don't ask from a place of lack. That's begging. We don't need to beg the universe that already knows what we need. It's God's great pleasure to give us what we need. So the universe got to move in queue, because that's how God created it. So I don't ask from a place of lack anymore. I don't say, God, I need a flat stomach because I ain't got no flat stomach. I say, God, I love my body. I love who I am and what I look like, but I would really like to work towards this flat stomach. And then I have to put the effort in towards the flat stomach so the universe knows that I'm serious and I'm not just talking. I actually want this. I love you. I love you, body. You are beautiful to me. I just want some extra little slips and dips. That's all. That's all. Because what can be better than being better? As long as you want to continue to evolve, the universe is right there, willing, ready to help you do it. You say, God, okay, I see where I was going wrong. I see where I was straddling the fence, because you can't straddle the fence in your mind. You know, like church folks say you can't be a fence rider, the fence straddler. They own to something there only because two thoughts can't occupy the same spot. That's why we go crazy. So if I say that I'm a beautiful queen, and you say that I don't, I'm going to start conflict in my mind, because I think I'm a beautiful queen, but you say I'm not. So now which one is it? Right? Straddling the fence. If I know that I fucking know that I'm that bitch, I'm that queen, black, beautiful, bronze beauty, okay? I'm not straddling the fence. I already know you can't fuck with me. And vice versa. I could be sad because you said that, because then I believe it. Because whether I say I'm beautiful or not, I'm right. So, I hope this helped somebody. I hope this helped anybody. I hope I wasn't just talking and preaching. I hope I wasn't talking in circles, and I actually gave you some solutions. I will show through the course of this week and this month, all of my practices. I will show y'all what a spiritual bath is. Because I definitely want to heal myself from some friendships. So I can show you that. And I will show you my self-love meditation, because that's a very big, well, it's a very thick pink candle. I'm sure I'll still have enough to do a video and post that. So I'll do that. Wednesday, I don't have the time yet, because I'm still talking to my special guest. I will have a special guest on Wednesday. He's a rapper. He's a performer. I like it. Y'all know I love me some performers. Okay, because I'm one. So I told y'all I wasn't going to leave y'all out, man. And he's a father. So that should be very good for you men. I'm going to discuss with him what we're going to discuss, so it'll be a little more catered and even flow on Wednesday. So y'all look for me on Wednesday. Me and my young man friend is going to be on here. We're gonna chop it up about self-love and what self-love means for men and what it means to be a father and going through self-love and having to take time for yourself, because this self-love journey is not easy and it's very time consuming. If you're a person who can't sit still, who can't sit in the house, you're gonna have to learn a new thing, because you can't always heal in front of everybody. Sometimes you have to take that time for yourself, to sit with yourself and really figure out what it is. And a lot of times it's hard for us to kind of, even you were fighting with your cousins and y'all fought when growing up and all that, and that traumatized you. But in your mind, y'all was just being kids and y'all was just playing, right? And then you realize that that's not what that was. Now you mad, you angry, you hate them. And have a conversation. But healing and understanding and learning that in front of people does not always go right. You know what I mean? Last summer, I abstained from sex all summer. I did a sun-up, sundown fast, probably for like almost 2 months. And baby, I was on my rituals, honey. I was doing, okay? I just did my self-love ritual on February. But I was doing all that. It takes work. It takes time. I was doing shadow work in that time. I was journaling my ass off because I still have to work on my trust. I don't trust speaking with everybody. I don't trust telling my business to everybody. I just found out that even people will call you friend, call you sister, tell you to tell you their business, your business, and then they'll go and tell everybody else. I already knew that. So because of that, I journal a lot. Because people don't need to know my deepest inner thoughts and stuff like that. Okay? So I journal a lot. I have so many different journals for so many different things. But I definitely journal after meditations. I journal if I feel my energy's all over the place. Sometimes I wake up and won't be able to go to sleep, so I'll journal because I feel like sometimes I meditate, but I can't get myself to calm down enough to meditate. And when I journal, instead, I still get out whatever spirit is trying to tell me. So journaling is one of the top things that you could do for self-love and that self-journey. Like, you have to really realize, once you go through a lot of stuff, you'll realize, like, damn, like, I've been loving myself, but I've been loving myself correctly. Because a lot of things, you'll be like, damn, if I really loved myself, I wouldn't let myself go through that. I wouldn't allow myself to stay with that man. I wouldn't allow myself to deal with that woman. I wouldn't allow myself to lay down and make this baby with this girl. Like, a lot of things you would really say, you would really be able to go back and look at and say, damn, I haven't been loving myself correctly. So, always inbox me if you have a question about anything. I am willing to answer to my best ability. Whatever I can answer, I will answer. I will get the question answered for you. And yeah, I just really want to thank everybody for showing up. Who did? People who interacted. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I did pretty good for my first live. My first live, not ever, but my first live for this self-love series in relationships. So, I'm gonna save this. Please like, please share it. If you feel like somebody could get something out of it. I know it's pretty long, so just, tell them, like, at minute 10 and 15 seconds, she got down on that second. Like, listen to, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Make clips. Sis, this is for y'all, sis and sirs, okay? Yeah, Wednesday, look for me and my special guest. And then just keep looking out for little videos. I'm gonna show some rituals. I'm gonna show some meditations. I'm gonna show some, and I'm just going to talk about my journey. Like, even my journey with this, I have to give myself real time to sit back and make videos. And you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to really do this, I have to take it serious. And for me, I have a hard time taking anything serious because I'm always trying to do everything on the go. And I always try to, like, even routines and rituals, I always try to have them be malleable to what I'm doing. So, like, if I want to wake up and start my day and I want to meditate first and work out, and you know what I mean? Like, I may not be able to work out, but I have to also do that to myself, because if I don't, I'm one of those people who gets so overwhelmed that I'll just go to bed. So if I know that I'm not paying attention enough to meditate, I won't get out of bed until I meditate. If I know that when I get out this bed, I need to work out, which is what happens today, I won't get out this bed. Then I'm going to get out the bed, I'm going to lollygag because I don't feel like doing, you know what I mean? Like, I have to allow myself, like I told myself, you can always come back and work out after this live, but you have to go do this 30-minute walk before your live, period. You know what I mean? Like, I have to negotiate with myself, but I also have to give myself grace. Okay, you don't feel like doing this today, we will push. But I want to push myself to get other things done, because if I work too hard pushing myself for one thing, I won't get nothing else done. And it's okay to do that. Nothing wrong with you. That's just that. So I'll keep talking and running my mouth. So I'm going to go. And I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope somebody get something out of this. I will definitely post this on YouTube as well. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a really good night. and a very amazing day. And I hope your week this week is freaking phenomenal, okay? Amazing. As amazing as you are, okay? Even more. Period. Okay? Well, I love you. And I hope your day has been great. In the words of my granddaddy, the late great Whitfield Lewis, I love you. And I hope the Lord bless you real good. Y'all have a great day, an amazing night. Let that night, okay, live your best life tonight. It has been such an amazing day. The weather is so nice. Literally, be safe. Use emotional intelligence. But have yourself a night, okay? And then have an amazing day tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Okay.